Let's begin by seating ourselves in a kneeling pose at the bottom of our mats and allowing ourselves to just calm our minds with 3 nice, big, deep breaths to give ourselves the space to relax our minds before coming into any movement. One more nice deep breath in, slowly letting it out. Before widening the knees, pressing the big toes together and walking our hands out into a child's pose. Pressing our forehead against the mat and breathing deeply. Giving our body full permission to rest as we soothe ourselves by breathing from the bottom of our lungs all the way to the top of our lungs. Is it possible for you to visualize the breath traveling from your hips to your back and your shoulders, all the way to the tips of your fingers? On your next in-breath, walk yourself up into a kneeling pose. We're gonna place our forearms in front of us. It doesn't matter which one goes on top, but we're gonna place our forearms on top of each other and spreading our feet a little bit apart from our legs. As we keep our chest up, we're going to slowly bend our head forward and bow down onto our forearms, coming into our crocodile pose. Really pressing our hips into our mat and making sure that our forearms don't come too forward as you relax your head down and breathe into the rib cage, all sides of the body, all parts of the rib cage. Allowing ourselves to disconnect from the world in this moment as we concentrate on our breathing and allow our breath to guide us in this posture. Take one more nice deep breath in and slowly let it out with a sigh. On your next in-breath, place your hands back on the mat and press yourself up into a table pose, spreading the fingers wide apart from each other. Shoulders coming on top of your wrists, hips come directly above your knees. We're going to follow our breath with some cat-cows. So on our in-breath, we're going to stick our pelvis out and look up for our cow pose. And on our exhale, we're going to come into our cat pose by shooting the pelvis forward and tucking the chin into the chest. Inhale, cat. Pelvis is out. Eyes look up to the sky. Exhale, cat. Pelvis comes forward. Chin comes down. Remembering to press our weight into our forefinger and our thumb, keeping the weight off of the heel of the wrist in this pose. Allowing your belly to soften as you look up in your cat pose. Exhaling, rounding through the spine. Continue at your own pace for 3 more breaths. On your last breath, come into a neutral spine. Curl your toes under. Maybe stick your pelvis out slightly as we push ourselves away from our mat. Hips turn up towards the sky as we come into our downward facing dog. Maybe widen your stance. Walk your dog by alternating, lifting your right heel and your left to right heel as we begin to warm up our body in this downward facing dog. Lengthen through your spine by looking at your belly button, relaxing your neck, maybe bending your knees as you breathe in and out. Making our way into our standing forward fold by walking our feet in between our hands. Letting our head go in this pose as we hinge from our hips with a slight bend in our knees. Walking our hands up to come into monkey pose. Hands are flat against your shins. Gaze is down, back is flat. Exhale, standing forward fold. Melting our spine down. Easing the space between all our vertebrae. Breathing. Noticing. Inhale, walk your hands up your shins to monkey pose. Press the shoulders away from the ears. Gaze is down, back is flat. Exhale one more time to standing forward fold. Now press your weight into your heels. Sink down into your hips as we come into our chair pose, making sure that our weight is in our heels, our core is tight, our spine is straight, shoulders are down away from the ears. Breathing, holding this pose, building the strength in our legs, creating some heat in the body. Exhale, shoot your hips out, arms come forward, hands come down, back into your standing forward fold. Before coming back into our child's pose one more time. So making our way back to the floor, spreading those knees nice and wide, walking our hands forward, making sure big toes are pressed together, forehead comes down. allowing ourselves to surrender to the earth with every inhale and every exhale. From here, we're going to go ahead and create some more movement in our side body. Shift our kneecaps to the right side and slowly walk our hands in the opposite direction towards the left, creating a nice gentle twist in the body. Breathing from our rib cage in and out. Coming back into our child's pose. So just separate your left knee, walk your hands forward. Breathe here for 2 nice deep breaths. Come up. Now your right knee is going to come next to your left knee. So both our kneecaps are facing towards the left. And we're going to walk our hands to the opposite direction as we shift our way into our left hip and press our arms away from us. We're going to create a nice gentle twist in this moment, allowing us to breathe into the side body. Keeping in mind your heart chakra and the center of your heart that radiates all around your chest, shining that green light forward, backwards. Can you visualize any light radiating from your heart chakra in all directions as we melt into this pose? On your next breath, go ahead, separate your knees, walk your hands forward, child's pose. Go ahead and come onto your hands and knees. We're going to cross our calves. So we're going to cross our left calf over our right calf. Walk our hands back to come into a nice Sukhasana pose. Here we're going to relieve any tension in our neck. Slowly go at your own pace, making sure not to miss any parts. Switching sides, drawing circles from the right to the left. Let's shake it all out and make our way into completely flat. Face the ceiling, arms are wide. Shift your knees to the right and completely turn your head to the left as we do this nice gentle twist. noticing how we feel this moment. Gently and slowly shift your knees back to the center. On your next exhale, let your knees fall to the left and allow your gaze to come towards the right. Turn your head completely to the right as you soften your muscles with every in-breath. Exhale. Maybe allowing your eyes to close. Taking one last deep breath in, slowly releasing it out of your body, letting it go. Bring your knees back to neutral. Bring your face and your head back to neutral. Stretch out our legs away from us so that our feet fall away from our body. Preparing for Shavasana. Taking some nice deep cleansing breaths in this moment. Gently interlacing our fingers and pressing them behind our head. From here, we're going to draw our right elbow towards our side to really provide us a nice deep side stretch in our rib cage. Coming back to neutral. Bringing the left elbow to the side of our body. Trying to keep our shoulders down against the mat as we stretch here. Coming back to neutral. Releasing our elbow towards our side. Coming back to center. Exhale, release to the other side. Inhale, come back to center. Palms are up. Arms are at your sides. Feel free to close your eyes as we settle into our final pose, Shavasana. Allowing the breath to travel from the tops of your toes all the way from your kneecaps and your hips and your belly, your chest, your arms, your neck and your throat, to the space in between your eyebrows, all the way to the crown of your head and your scalp. Gently roll onto your right side. Tuck your knees in as you allow yourself to feel safe and comforted in this position. Take one more nice full breath in. Slowly let it out through your mouth. As we press our left hand against the floor, so slowly and gently push ourselves up back into a seated position. feet are now in front of us. Inhaling, exhaling. If you're comfortable, you can go ahead and use your fists to massage your feet in this moment. Just press your wrist, press your fist against your feet, relaxing. Just gently giving yourself a nice foot massage. Grab onto your feet and press into the muscles. Anywhere you have tension, anywhere you want to loosen, show your feet some love as we try to press into as many pressure points into the soles of our feet as we possibly can. Pressing, interlacing your fingers, doing a nice wave, splashing the water off our fingertips, shaking it all out, releasing our wrists. Thanking ourselves for carving out the time in our day to soothe ourselves and relax and stretch out our body, connect our mind and our body. Let's press our palms together into prayer mudra. Press your thumbs against your heart as you bow down to yourself, honoring yourself. I'd like to thank you for allowing me to share in your practice. Namaste.